Hey, what's up, you guys? This is Double Trouble Joe. I'm back, and I got another video for you guys. This one is a little late. I know I should have made this around December when the Game Awards had first came out, but it took a little minute to come out. But anyways, it's just a video with me and my friends. We're just gonna be talking about basically all the Game of the Years for like the past 10 years. So from 2011 to 2021, we're gonna talk about all the Game of the Years, and basically we want to see if we kind of agree with what they were saying or if we disagree with the game of the year, and then our own personal game of the years. And we're just going to talk and see if our opinions kind of line with the board that set the Game Awards, because obviously the Game Awards is not a fan award. It is mainly made by critics, people that are in the industry, and it's kind of like the definitive like answer to what game of the year is. And I think it would be nice to see if we think they get it right or if they get it wrong. Most of the time I feel like I don't agree with them. That's why I wanted to make the video, because I feel like in the last couple of years they've been making questionable decisions on not only just game of the year but on other categories like the best soundtrack or visuals or whatever it may be. I just don't agree with them most of the time, and I got a feeling like I'm not gonna agree with most of this list, but we're gonna check it out. It's me, my boy Psycho, my boy Broderick. We're just gonna look through the list and just let you guys know what we think about it, and at the end we'll probably give like a little evaluation, just see if we should pack them up, or like if we need a new board, or if they've been doing their job, which I can tell you right now, from like the last 2 to 3 years, they have not been doing their job. So, let's just get right into the video. The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword, Portal 2, Uncharted 3, Drake's Deception, and The Elder Scrolls V Skyrim.
Obviously, Skyrim won.
Yeah, Skyrim was the winner.
I mean, I agree. Personally, I agree, because Skyrim was like, it was big. This is gonna lead up to something in 2013 that we're gonna talk about. But Skyrim was bigger than just a game. Like, I wasn't really focusing on Skyrim like that, but I knew what Skyrim was because everybody was talking about Skyrim. So yeah, it is our game of the year, but like you also had, Gears of War 3. That was a banger.
Batman was too.
Yeah, Batman was a banger too. Gears of War 3 was a banger, and you had LA Noire that came out 2011.
Arkham City, was it really? I thought Arkham City people wasn't really messing with Arkham City like that.
It was around the time where they were starting to get Batman fatigue, I'll say that.
Yeah, because I recently played Arkham City, and I don't have a problem with
it. Wasn't that the second one?
No,
City's the third.
No. City is the second one.
City's second.
I think people just thought it was okay. I don't remember. I haven't really played the Batman games like that.
It wasn't Arkham City. It was the one that was after that one.
What I can say about the Elder Scrolls, like Skyrim, everybody played Skyrim when it came out. I think everybody played Skyrim that year. I don't think Dan playing it, I knew that it was going to be the game it is today. Like, that game is they release it on every single console. It's reached a status like only certain games do that. Like Final Fantasy VII, you can find that game anywhere. Skyrim anywhere. Even with GTA 5 now, you're not gonna go anywhere where you do not see GTA 5. Like, it's these certain games that reach the status that is like
more than a game.
Yeah, it's gonna keep coming back. Even like with Nintendo and their Super Mario 64 and stuff like that, they put them on every single console because it's like it's a game that everybody has to play. They want every generation. They want your kids to play it. They want your kids to play it. Like, they're gonna keep bringing it back. And at that time, I didn't think Skyrim was gonna be that game, but it definitely is like a huge game. But it's not mine. Personally, Dark Souls, for what it did, like, it spawned like a whole, like, Elder Scrolls is good, but and of course it does stuff for the gaming industry, but the way that Dark Souls came, and it's just like it just changed games. Like, people wanted to play, like, people was like, this is a hard game, but I don't know why I liked it. And then it spawned a whole genre of Dark Souls-esque games, like, and to this day, like, people still like the most anticipated game for this year, and it was voted this 2 years in a row, is a spawn of Dark Souls. It's Elden Ring. Everybody wants to play Elden Ring, and it started with Dark Souls. So I just can't I can't deny that Dark Souls is just to me personally was like a better game.
I'll give you that. But like, we talking about in that year. We're not talking about what it did for the industry.
No, and that year it was Dark Souls was better than Elder Scrolls to me that year. I didn't even beat Elder Scrolls. I played it a lot. Dark Souls, I played that game over like 500 hours. I have not played Elder Scrolls that much. I said I agree that it was a game of the year. It's not mine. That's my personal one. Is Dark Souls.
I can't let you slide with that one, but I'll give it to you. What do you think, Psycho?
That's why I've been being quiet. I haven't played either one of them, so I can't really give an opinion.
Fuck. So what would your 2011 be then?
My 2011?
Yeah.
What one that year?
Skyrim.
I think I played a little bit of I don't know.
Didn't we prepare this before the mic went to recording? What
I didn't get 2011. I thought we started at 2012.
You started at 2011, Chief. The way I'm looking at it, the way I'm gonna base it like throughout this whole video is like that year. What did that game do for that year? I'm not gonna base it on
I'm not basing it off of what it did this year. What I'm basing it off of is
your favorite. I mean, I give you that.
I said
but
it is game of the year for that year. I agree with them, but in my personal opinion, Dark Souls is my game of the year.
Yeah, I'm saying how I'm basing it. I'm not talking about how you basing it. I give you that. I'm saying like, what did the game do for me that year? That's how I'm basing it. So that's 2011. Psycho ain't got a 2011 because he's a fucking idiot.
Well, let's just move on because he.
2012. Man.
2012, the nominees was Assassin's Creed 3, and this is still the Spike Game Awards. Like, we're going to transition from the Spike to the actual video game awards that we have now, because back then that wasn't a thing. Until Jeff Keighley picked up the Game Awards after Spike ended their Game Awards.
I beat Jeff.
The nominees was Assassin's Creed 3, Dishonored, Journey, Mass Effect 3, and Telltale's The Walking Dead.
Being 15
of 2012 was Telltale's The Walking Dead.
Being 15, none of them hoes.
Mass Effect 3, what?
Being 15, none of them hoes. Max Payne 3.
Mass Effect 3.
Max Payne 3.
Look,
being 15.
Y'all can box those off. Like y'all can go at that. The 2 3s. Personally, I haven't played Mass Effect 3. And I also haven't played Max Payne 3, so I don't have anything to say about that. Now, I am going to play Mass Effect 3 because I do have the trilogy. I just haven't got to it yet.
Okay.
Max Payne 3, I wouldn't dare touch that game.
And there's a reason for that.
My personal...
Time out. Hold on. What you're not going to do is that. Because you wasn't thinking about Mass Effect 3 until the nigga said so before this video started. Nigga, don't count now.
Like my personal will have to go to Persona 4 Golden. That game... I don't even have to say much more than that. It's Persona. Like they gonna do their thing every time. But y'all can talk about y'all Mass Effect.
Max Payne. Like they're two different. They're two different games, so it's not even gonna be a constructive argument.
It's not. But I played both extensively.
But wait. Before we get into that, my fault. We didn't say if we agree with the Telltale Walking Dead being.
No, I don't.
I can't say that.
I'm not about to. My game of the year not about to be a game where I just press A and B and choose different voices. Like,
I wouldn't say that. Yeah.
I know you talked about. Okay, well, what did it do for you that year?
I mean, it was very innovative. That's great, but like I didn't play. It wasn't on my radar.
Nobody was doing what they was doing at that time. Like that's crazy.
Cool, but that's cool. But like that was something I was just like, I don't gotta play that. I could just watch somebody on YouTube do it.
And that's the thing. I remember like back then, as kids, we didn't have that much money, right? Like we didn't.
Exactly. So that wouldn't have been a game I picked up.
But like,
that wouldn't have been a game I even picked up if I had money. That would have been something I watched.
Did the story not touch you? Like, was that story not like?
I mean, it had great characters, but like. It's not game of the year for me.
Okay,
like
that's
it didn't do shit.
Yeah.
So I think that we all Actually, I would say I
Don't
agree
get
with
me.
The
Hold
Walking
on.
Dead. Like I would not put Persona 4 Golden over The Walking Dead.
Wow.
Don't get me
Because
wrong. But listen. Don't get me wrong. It was a great story. I understand that. I love Clementine. I love Clem. I love Lee. Great story. I'm like, as a what was I in like 2012, 14, 15, as a 14, 15 year old, and I got $60. I wasn't going to no fucking GameStop to buy no Walking Dead, nigga. No, like,
so
it was not my game of the year.
yeah, I could definitely see it though. It's not my personal one, like I said, but I definitely can see
And I
where,
agree with him.
like,
I'm
where you're
not,
from.
but I'm sure if we was like adults at that time and we could buy our own games, I'm sure if we would have picked it up and bought it and played it, I'm sure it'd be different. But at that time, we had to
Maybe,
pay what we could get.
man, it maybe would have been different. But like, I'm an adult now, and I'm still not about to go to the store
So
if they were in the store and buy a Telltale game and be like, yes.
100% what I would say is like even now, and people know this. I remember I bashed you. I think that was like 2016. You spent $60 on Until Dawn. I said I'm not spending $60 on no like game like that.
Yeah.
Even now, I wouldn't buy stuff like that, but I don't think that was $60. I think they were like episodic, and it was like
They were
$5 to
episodic, so
$6.
yeah.
Like so that wasn't that bad. But like, I see what y'all's like. I'm definitely still to this day. I'm not spending no money on no.
When we get to that year, we can talk about why I bought Until Dawn. But like,
that game mess.
I played that
it's
game.
in the
I
same.
played
It's
that
in the,
game.
it's in a similar sense, but
That
like,
game trash. I'm
I,
sorry.
I played games like that, like Beyond Two Souls and
yeah,
Detroit Become Human. Those games are really good.
But
they're really good.
Really
But
good
like,
game.
they're great games. They just don't touch me like that because it's just like I'm not really doing much. Like a lot of my gameplay comes from me making a decision or me swiping the controller left so I don't get hit by a fucking brick. Like that's literally the context of the game. But what was your
Yeah.
game for 2012, Psycho? Oh, you said
My
Mass Effect.
game?
That's right.
Yeah, Mass Effect.
So I guess we can segue to 2013.
Yeah,
And you already
I
know.
was-
You already
I was-
had.
We had GTA 5,
You
The
ain't
Last
even
of Us,
ask.
Mhm.
BioShock Infinite, Super
Mhm.
Mario 3D World, and the original Tomb Raider remake.
You
So,
ain't even gotta ask me.
obviously, well, probably not obvious to some. The game of the year that year was Grand Theft Auto 5.
Ain't no way.
So
Ain't
no
even gotta
way.
does
ask
everybody?
me.
Do you agree or disagree, everybody?
I disagree heavily.
I don't give a fuck what he says. GTA 5, hands
Not
down.
not even close.
Personally, I agree. I agree with it,
I
but
don't.
it's not my game of the year. And I say my game of the year after it seemed like brother want to get his piece in, but
And I ain't even gotta get shit in. You know what mine is. GTA 5. I ain't got no words to say, boy. You know, if you know me, you know you got the grip. Come on now. Come on, man. You already know.
It's
Ain't
okay
got
to be
shit
wrong.
I'm not wrong.
Okay. It's just okay to be wrong. That's
I'm
all
not
I'm
wrong.
saying.
That's the thing. I'm not wrong.
so
It's cool though.
y'all don't want to get into that. So
Nah,
I'm
we don't
gonna
got to.
I'm gonna get
We
into
don't
it. I got
We
time.
don't got to. We don't
I
got
got
to.
time. I got nothing but time. Last of Us, best game of that year, and it's not even close. Not even close.
Not
Yeah.
close.
It's
Fucking
not
wrong.
close.
Not
Fucking
close is
It's
strong
crazy.
ass.
not close.
Not close is crazy. That's crazy.
I don't play every nominee for that year. I have played. Not close.
That's not true.
What did I play?
Super Mario 3D World.
What?
Really?
Nigga, I know that ain't your game of the year.
No, it's not. It's not.
I hope not.
Okay, Super Mario 3D World was a solid game.
I hope it ain't
Yeah.
your game of the year.
It's not my game of the year. My game of the year is BioShock Infinite. And if anybody was talking to me back then, I was in love with BioShock.
Yes.
We can go on to the next one because that's a long discussion.
We're just not saying it's ass.
2014, the nominees:
Like, what?
Bayonetta 2, Dark Souls 2, Dragon Age Inquisition, Hearthstone, and Middle Earth Shadow of Mordor. That Hearthstone threw me off. I don't know why that's up there. The winner was Dragon Age Inquisition.
I think we all don't agree with that.
We all
Like,
don't.
yeah, I feel like you don't. Yeah, like Bayonetta 2, hands down. Bayonetta 2. I think that's a landslide, honestly, if you ask me.
I didn't play Bayo 2. I know it's a great game, but I'm gonna give it to Infamous Second Son because that's the game I played from that year and I really
Yeah.
enjoyed it. So I'll give it to that. I was gonna
Yeah,
say
I
something.
remember
I
that.
was gonna say something stupid like Titanfall just to be a dumbass to just be funny.
Yeah,
But
don't say that.
I'm not gonna say that.
I
got a
wouldn't
reputation.
talk about Titanfall. People love that game.
Fuck Titanfall. You can come find me about it.
So,
whoa.
I'm sorry.
Dragon Age Inquisition. I'm not gonna say too much about this game. I bought it like because when PlayStation first came out, I did not get a PS4 when it first came out. I got a Wii U, and I got a PlayStation about like 2 years later or 3 years after it released, something like that. But I did go back and I bought Dragon Age Inquisition. I was playing it for like 40 minutes, maybe an hour to 2 hours. It wasn't that long. I encountered a bug that didn't let me go much further, and I stopped playing. So
I ain't gonna hold you. I played the game for a solid 30, and I was like, I am not feeling this.
Yeah, so I do plan on going back to Dragon Age Inquisition sometime, but it's like 5 years down the line, and your game still got bugs that's preventing me from playing the game.
God.
That's kind of tough, but that's just a Bethesda thing. Like that's,
what it had, bro?
It had a but not Bethesda. My bad. That's not Bethesda. That's BioWare. EA. That's just they don't know how to make games.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I can't agree with Dragon Age Inquisition either, especially when Bayonetta 2 came out. Bayonetta 2 is in my top games of all time. But it's no question. Yeah, I don't even have to say too much. It's not Demon Souls. It's like Devil May Cry but better. And Devil May Cry is like one of my favorite games of all time too. So
I would give it like Devil May Cry and God of War with the boss fights and how you use like QTEs during the boss and stuff like that. That's what
to me, I put Bayonetta over any like hack and slash or action game wherever you want to put that type of genre. I say it's the best in my personal opinion. Bayonetta over Devil May Cry, God of War, whatever. So obviously
my 2014 gonna be Infamous Second Son because he was fucking niggas up and I like it. So
all right,
2015.
Now we go to 2015.
Sorry.
2015. I'm looking at this list. It was an okay year. Not like we had just got the new consoles. This was like 2 years in, I believe. I guess so. So
yeah.
Not too much. They still experiment. They had nominees were Bloodborne, Fallout 4.
Oh, wow.
Don't know how that made it up there. Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain, Super Mario Maker, and The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt.
Let them know what won. Let them know what won, pimp.
The winner of 2015, to no surprise, is The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt.
No surprise to who?
It's the game that put Cyberpunk on the map. Not Cyberpunk. It put CD Projekt Red on the map. Nobody was checking for CD Projekt Red before The Witcher 3 came out.
Come on, man.
Nobody cared who CD Projekt Red was until The Witcher came out. And that plays into part why Cyberpunk was so hyped up before it even released.
Because The Witcher was what?
3 came out and people loved that game. And they gave these like where people just didn't realize that The Witcher 1 and 2 was games and they was ass. They was just like Witcher 3 was just so good. Everything CD Projekt Red come out with has to be heat. And then Cyberpunk came out and that game was ass. I'm gonna say it.
That game sucked.
It wasn't the worst game ever, but like once companies get put on this like the status.
That is cool.
Like when you're at a certain status, it's certain things that you can't do. Like you can't release games like that. So for CD Projekt Red to be revered as much as people say they are, to be as good as y'all people want to put them at, I don't say that good because like I said, I know Witcher 1 and Witcher 2 was not that good. Witcher 3 came out and everybody's like, oh, they might be the best company. No, they not. They nowhere near Square Enix. It's not close. But
nowhere near Square Enix or Naughty Dog.
Not Naughty Dog.
Came out with Cyberpunk, and it was mid. It really wasn't terrible, but it wasn't great, and half the people who owned it couldn't even play it. But
bro, the patch notes for that game
was
were
long
like
as
5
hell.
pages long. Like what? That was a $60 game.
We gonna get off them. Let's just talk about The Witcher 3 and y'all game of the year for 2015. I agree.
You know what mine is.
Agree and disagree. Everybody agree to disagree.
Dub 3. I agree.
I mean, not to put it that way, I guess I can see why it won, but like I said, it's not my game of the year.
So I agree. I can see it winning game of the year. It wasn't my personal game of the year. My personal game of the year
Bloodborne.
was Metal Gear Solid 5.
Please. Not Bloodborne.
Metal Gear Solid 5 to this day has my favorite opening to any game I ever played. Like when you in that hospital and you're trying to get out, and then you got the man on fire chasing. Like,
yeah, I agree.
Amazing opening scene.
It's a great opening.
Metal Gear Solid 5. I agree.
So what else did it do for you after that?
The game,
just
gameplay,
asking.
The gameplay, like the sneaking, like the way you had your you had your ship and stuff like that, and you had to like set your defenses up, and people could come and they could raid your stuff, and then like you had cool. Like the different animal, like you had D-Dog, D-Horse,
not D-Horse,
like
D-Goat,
yeah,
not D-Goat.
Yeah, D-Cat, D-Mouse.
D-Mouse.
Just the D.
A whole lot of
like the demon dogs. Like y'all,
whole lot
demon
of
dogs. Like
whole lot of
and just like Snake as just a character was just. Wait a minute.
What he said?
I just remembered something. That game had a multiplayer. Come on now, stop playing with them. Like that game. I played that multiplayer. Stop playing with them, man.
Yeah,
like,
it's the reason why you forgot it wasn't there.
I definitely didn't do that.
It's the reason you forgot it wasn't there.
On Metal Gear, like
it's the reason you forgot it wasn't there.
It was a super fun game. The characters quiet, like I love
quiet for sure.
Quiet.
Like, for sure.
It's just cool. Voice acting in the game super good. Like the game, the reason why I wouldn't disagree that The Witcher 3 was game of the year is because everybody knows Metal Gear Solid 5 was not a complete game.
Nah.
If it was a complete game and Kojima could do everything that he wanted to do before they kicked him out and was doing all that they were doing to him, I would say that would be game of the year if that was a complete game. But
you could really see where they kind of like cut him off. Like you could kind of see like in the gameplay and in like kind of like the story a bit where they kind of like just moved him out the way and was just like, go on over there, little boy.
So,
but
when I say complete, I'm not saying that I don't think the game was a finished game, but I know it was more that he wanted to do.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like you can see kind of like his influence a little bit, and then you can see kind of like where the other niggas was just like, we're gonna throw that in there.
So that is the only reason that I would give it The Witcher 3, because The Witcher 3 is a complete game. They got complete they were able to do everything they wanted to do with that game. So I'm not going to sit here and say Metal Gear Solid 5 was the better game when it obviously had its problems.
Let me throw some honorable mentions in there real quick. You know what I'm saying? You got you got Rainbow Six Siege.
Come on, bro.
Okay,
Please.
that's some heat.
You got this for me personally. You know what I'm saying? You got Until Dawn, you feel me? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You understand? I'm paying with
lost me, my boy.
You know what I'm saying? Other than that, this year, Arkham Knight was cool, but I mean, other than that,
I heard that game was awful.
Arkham Knight?
Ain't that the game where you had the car? I heard niggas just sit in the car all day and just shoot people.
Arkham Knight?
Knight.
Yeah, who said that?
Yeah, who said that dumb shit?
And then I remember it was really buggy when it first came out.
I mean, yeah, it was, but like, this shit bang. You got Mortal Kombat X. That was cool.
No, it wasn't.
You right, my fault. Dying Light was whatever. And then the only reason I'm gonna name Fallout 4 is because it was one time Roger was a share planet and a fucking helicopter crashed, and that shit.
All right,
Nigga was walking.
let's move on to
Nigga
a
was
very
walking and the
dead
fucking
year.
ship crashed.
A really bad year for gaming. Not bad because it was a lot of fun to be had in 2016, and 2016 is my favorite year of life. Like I love 2016.
Man,
But
everybody
for
loves
gaming,
2016.
the releases, it wasn't that many. So we have the original Doom, like 2016 Doom remake. We have Inside. We have Overwatch, Titanfall 2, and Uncharted 4: Thieves' End. The winner for 2016 was Overwatch. Agree, disagree?
Agreed.
I agree. I can agree.
Well,
I can agree.
Overwatch had me in the crib stuck.
Man, I was in
agree.
school. I was in school fiending to get home to play Overwatch. Fiending.
One thing I will say about Overwatch is since Overwatch came out, I've never had a game that I personally was just like slobbing to get back to. Like just like I need to play this game. Like the beta ended and I was like, please let me
foaming out the mouth.
Let me back into this
like we
game.
was stuck. We was stuck for them 3 months.
Man.
So
and then life happened. We went to college.
But the thing is, Overwatch, I don't think if it had much comp, if it had more comp, I don't think it would have won. But I mean, it is what it is. But Overwatch is an amazing game. But I think
I mean, you still got. I mean,
it did have some comp.
It had some comp. You had Uncharted 4.
Yeah, don't sleep on Uncharted 4.
The Last Guardian.
If Overwatch came out in 2017, it would have got blown out the water.
Uncharted 4, The Last Guardian.
Yeah, Uncharted,
Final Fantasy,
Final Fantasy 15 was ass. You see how it's not. You see how it wasn't nominated. And I'm a huge Final Fantasy fan. 15 when it came out, like 15 now is a great game. When it came out, 15 was not that good. And
then you got you know what I'm saying, you like Dark Souls a lot. It had Dark Souls.
Dark Souls 3. You see how none of those games are nominated. Dark Souls 3, I love Dark Souls. I love the Dark Souls, and I love the series as a whole.
Don't say it ain't had no comp.
It didn't.
But like, why are you playing with Uncharted like that?
Man.
Like what you like? Why are you just skipping over the fact that he said? Why you doing that?
Man, he hadn't like Street Fighter 5 and Killing Floor 2.
Please.
Anyways,
moving on.
Stop playing.
Some Street Fighter 5.
That game was trash.
That game was awful at launch.
They get it for free on PlayStation Plus.
That game came out with like 12 characters or something. It was something really like Street Fighter 5 was so bad when it came out.
Man, I said Killing Floor. And one thing about me, I'm a down that Naughty Dog hill, and y'all gonna see that in the next couple of years. I'm a down that Naughty Dog hill.
Oh boy,
you gonna have to.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure I will. Moving on.
Yeah.